What's up, Forest fam? Great to see you here. I'm sorry we don't get to see you out in the field, but it will be around again. I'm Nova Hahn. I am creative director for Electric Forest and String Cheese Incident, and today I'm going to walk you through my morning routine, which is why I'm sitting on my floor next to my bed, because this is where it starts. So basically what I do is I roll out of this bed here and I tumble onto the floor, and I start with a meditation. And for me, God, like in this time, it is so vital for me to do my morning routine, even more than ever before. With all of the disruption of COVID, it's really helped me to stay present and to focus on my intentions for the day and what I'm trying to create for my future. So this is a part of my practice. So let's start. Basically where it starts is I will sit right here and I will go straight into a meditation. And I'll do meditation for about 10 to 20 minutes. And I'll walk you through a little bit. So we're gonna start with our legs crossed and our eyes closed. And we're just gonna take a few deep breaths. And for me, this is just to help me ground out, to stay present. A lot of meditation for me is the practice of focusing on the present moment. So in that present moment, when I'm sitting here and I'm literally doing nothing but breathing, what is happening is just breathing. None of the thoughts that we like to just consume us, none of that is happening in the future, in the past. The only thing that's happening right now is just me sitting here and breathing. So what does that feel like? So I like to go in and feel just the sensation of the breath through my nostrils and out my mouth. And feel that a few times. And what does the temperature feel like on your skin today? Is there a breeze? What does the weight of you sitting on your sit bones feel like? Can you feel your body from the inside out? Sometimes I'll do a scan. Well, I'll just scan what it feels like in my body, down through my chest, into my guts, down my legs. What does the inside of your body feel like? From there, I generally go into listening. What are the sounds that you can hear? How close or far are they away from you? Are they approaching? Are they leaving? Are there any smells that you can smell? And if you're like me, it's probably pretty hard to stay blank of mind, meaning not to have any other minds kind of occur, any thoughts occur, thoughts occur as you're doing this. And that's okay. As I said, this is just a practice of how we get back to our present moment. So if that happens and you find your mind wandering, that you can always come back to your breath. And one of the things that I like to focus on is I like to imagine that I am a flower or a plant or a tree. And what that must be like when your entire world is that you are witnessing and existing and staying neutral to the way that the world is unfolding in front of you. Not allowing it to create a story that embarks upon retribution or anger or sadness or happiness, just staying neutral, just witnessing. And sometimes, if I want to make it real fun, and I've felt myself really stay in that neutrality for a minute, I'll recharge my heart by envisioning all the people that I love and all the people that have given me strife, and my family, who's probably a little bit of both. I like to envision everybody in their highest joy, seeing them beaming their brightest smile, laughing their biggest laugh. I just watch it flip through my head like a deck of cards. And the last one is me. And I envision myself in my highest joy, beaming bright. So I invite you to do that. And if you've been following along, you can open your eyes now. And one of the things that I also like to do is I like to go from that space when I'm feeling really charged, really clear. I like to set my intentions for myself for that day. So one of the things that I do is I like to go through all of my different chakras and speak to myself, really give myself strong words of affirmation. So I'll walk you through some of the things that I say in the different root chakras, or the different chakras, and you can attune them to what makes sense for you. But first I'll go to my root chakra, which if you don't know is like really at the base of your pelvis, and I will put my hands down there, just over it, just hovering. It's not that kind of morning yet. And I'll just put my hands just kind of hovering over that space, and I'll tell myself that I am the divine feminine. I'm rooted, and I am present. And I'll just say that over and over again until I really feel that. And then I'll move up to my sacral chakra, and I like to say, I am powerful. And I'll scream it in my mind, and I'll envision everything like just kind of atomic bombing out, like I am powerful. I feel that. And then I go to my solar plexus chakra, which is kind of in this region up here, right below your sternum. And I'll say to myself, I am driven. I have a furnace in me on fire, and I am going to make it happen. And I keep saying this until I feel it, because you might not feel it some days. Then I go to my heart chakra, and I say that I am love. I envision all the ways that love can show up, and love can show up in so many ways. It can be really active. It can be just simply kind and listening. I envision what I can do that day that's going to show up as love, who I'm going to interact with, how I'm going to have that conversation, whatever it is. I am love today. Then I go up to my throat chakra, which, if you can hear my voice, is a little scratchy, so I like to spend a little time here, but I like to tell myself that I am well-spoken, I am clear, and what I speak is connected to my heart. So I like to feel that. I also like to say I'm vulnerable, because it's something that I'm working on personally, is being connected to my vulnerability. So kind of holding myself and just feeling where these kind of mantras, where you can actually feel them energize you. Like for me, I really do feel these things in these parts of my body, which is why I've chosen these sayings. So I'll go here and I'll say that I am vulnerable, I'm well-spoken, and what I speak is connected to my heart. And I go to my third eye, and I tell myself that I am wise, and then I am intuitive, and that I trust my intuition. And then I go to my crown chakra. I'll go to my crown chakra and I'll tell myself that I'm connected and that I receive all of the great energy, the white light. I receive it. I am connected to source. And I feel myself just filling up with white light. So that's the meditation portion. And I highly suggest starting there. But that's not where I stop. I have so much more. So we're going to go through some of this, some of what I do. And just know that I didn't do all of this overnight. I had to grow to all of these steps. And so this is where I am now. But you get to do whatever makes sense for you and to grow into these things. So the next thing that I do, because I genuinely believe that your thoughts create your reality, because your thoughts create your belief system, and your belief system dictates your actions, and your actions then create your reality. So it really stems from your thoughts and how your thoughts change everything, how they are the root of everything. So with that, I focus on my mood board, actually. I call it a mood board because I'm a creative director, but a vision board, right? And I remember learning about vision boards when I was in high school, I think, and it was kind of lame, to be quite honest. I didn't get it at the time, and I really just disliked flipping through Sunset Magazine or Yoga Mags and arbitrarily cutting out like imagine or like a picture of two people on a sunset beach, and you're just like, these things sound cool. But nowadays it's so great because I treat it like I treat a mood board. And you know, when you start any project, even if you were going to do like your home reno, for instance, you would start off with a mood board, right? You would pick your pictures of the color schemes that you want, the kind of furniture that you would like, you know, the any pictures that you feel of the vibe, and then all of a sudden you have this beautiful mood board that paints a picture of what you're going after, what that room might look like, right? So why wouldn't you do that for your life? Why wouldn't you create that focus? So for me, my mood board was huge, and I got really into doing mood boards back when I had a major transition in my life. It was before I started going for creative directing full time, and I was lost. I was lost with what to do in my life, and so I just knew I had so many ideas, all of these giant, big ideas of I want to travel, I want to make art, I want to have amazing relationships, I want to be around people on fire, I want to have impact, I want all of these things, and it just felt like, God, it's just so much to keep track of. So basically the mood board, once I made the mood board, it showed me a lot of things. For one, first of all, let me backtrack. So now what I do is I will go into Google, just images, and or Pinterest, and I'll look up a bunch of pictures as though I'm actually designing my house. Like, what is my house really going to look like? What is my relationship actually going to look like? Where am I going to go with my awesome boyfriend on a fucking fancy vacation? Just pick all the pictures that really light you up. It doesn't matter, if who knows, or, it doesn't matter. It's whatever actually lights up your heart. So it's so fun because like then I'm like buying into my process of like, okay, cool, like I'm totally gonna have that awesome tree house, like, and it gets me excited for my future. So back when I made my first mood board, it was fascinating because some of the things that I learned was, oh my God, it's so simple. Like all I really cared about in the end was having amazing relationships, creating beautiful art, and having adventure in my life. And when I looked at my life, I realized I was already doing that. So it instantly changed my reality to me because I got really stuck in the loop of negativity of I'm not where I'm supposed to be at yet. I don't have the things that I want to have. I'm, you know, so far behind. I'm not doing enough, whatever the dialogue is, right? Like I was really stuck in those loops. And making that mood board really kind of helped show me, oh my God, like you're actually already creating a lot of great stuff. You just get to grow that scale. So that was cool. But the other thing that it has done for me is it's really been a tool for me to say that negative mindset that is just unconsciously just going and going and going. Whenever you're washing the dishes, whenever you're driving, you're like, I'm not where I'm supposed to be in life. That it really, it became a tool of like, I don't live there anymore. Where I live is here on this piece of paper. This is my current one. On this piece of paper, this is where I live. This is what my reality looks like, because going back to what I said, my true belief system is that your thoughts create your reality. So I'm going to start with changing my thoughts. So some of the things on my mood board here, it's a little personal, but I'm going to share it with you anyway, because, you know, maybe it'll spark something. But for me, like this represents team. Like I really want to have strong team and strong relationships, like people who are willing to just fucking jump out of a plane with me and let's do it together. This represents team. This for me is, my Korean name means beautiful water lily. And so this for me is like my essence of being a light spiritual being. This is like me wanting to really help people that with simple basic needs. This is Time Magazine's 100 most influential people in the world, because I want to have impact. I want to have great impact on people. You know, pictures of me on adventures with my friends, my future hot tub, art environments, like fantastic relationship, family life. So I hope that inspires you a little bit. But what I do is after I go through my meditation, I go through every single image and I imagine as though I am already there. I can feel the salt air on my skin. I can feel the excitement inside that I'm there with my lovely man, with my best friends. I am so excited to be signing a lease on my amazing co-op community home ranch, all of that. And I'm going to tell you a quick story because I remember one time I was kind of like in the pits of a little bit of just feeling downtrodden on life. Like I was not having the opportunities that I wanted to have come my way. And I went to bed that night and I laid in bed and I imagined myself walking into the biggest arena that I've ever walked into. So excited. I could feel the empty arena and I could feel the coolness on my skin. I could smell the staleness of the air and I felt the just buzz of excitement on the inside of my chest that I was about to make the biggest show I had ever made in my life. And I just sizzled in that feeling, and it was incredible because then out of nowhere, swear on my life, out of nowhere, I didn't instigate an email, nothing, just out of nowhere, I got an email and it was for a really big time DJ to design his show for Madison Square Garden, just in my inbox the next day. So this is the power that we all have to create miracles in our life. You're a miracle worker. You get to have this. So that is my reminder to you. And part of that is training your mind that you don't live your life as a victim. You live your life as a creator, right? So this is what I have trained myself to do, is to say, I live here now. This is my life. So that when my mind wants to go to negative places of, you don't know what you're doing, who are you to have these things, whatever, it becomes like a fire alarm in my mind, because I've already trained myself that morning to say that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. None of those things exist. When I say terrible, mean things to myself about, God, you're dumb, whatever it is, it's like, didn't I just meditate? And I just told myself until I believed it that I was wise, that I am empowered, all of these things. So it took me a long time to drop in and convince myself that this is the most important thing that I need to do today, because there is a distinct difference between important and urgent, right? Like, doing your laundry might be urgent, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing more important than training your mind to be in your favor. Your mind needs to work for you. You're not a slave to your mind. So training that mind daily to be your greatest ally, that is part of the routine. So I'm going to stop there because there's more. But you're more than welcome to reach out to me if you've already feel like you've mastered those 2 morning routine tips. Oh, actually, I'm going to say one more thing, because I don't know. But one of the things that is my greatest asset, and I get to choose to believe that and to step into that, is also my creativity, right? So I also try to spend time every morning writing into a creative journal. Any ideas, doesn't matter how stupid, doesn't matter how outrageous, doesn't matter if it's even physically possible on earth, it doesn't matter. It's just to exercise the creative mind. So if you have other things that you want to exercise, maybe you want to exercise your creative writing skills, or you want to process things, I highly recommend doing daily pages, or just anything else that's going to kind of get that engine running, because it's all about consistency and the slow and sustained progress that brings joy. So I hope that helps. Feel free to reach out to me at any time, Novahan, on Instagram and Facebook and whatever. Much love, Forest fam. Stay safe, keep the vibes high, look out for each other, and yeah, much love.